For this Friday, November 26, 2021, Linda and I decided to go to the Fort Worth Water Gardens to do a filming location of the 1976 Michael Anderson film, Logan's Run, starring Peter York and Jenny Agutter. That's the old man played by Peter Ustinov. This is a scene where Jessica, played by Jenny Agutter, tells the old man that she's never seen a cat before, and they decide to venture back to the underground civilization where they came from. They were running from a fate. In this civilization, this science fiction world, at the age of 30, you have to participate in an event called the Carousel, where you gather in a ritual-like state in a circle, and this science fiction device takes you up in the air, where at the top of the auditorium, you're zapped out of oblivion. You no longer are allowed to reach an age older than 30. So they decide to run. There's also a scene where Farrah Fawcett is in the beginning too. And they run through the city and through different paths to make it to this area above ground. And now this is the end of the film right here, and they're deciding to go back to warn the people that you can live on and live to be older. It's kind of a film about youth and old age, and maybe also it's a film kind of about rebellion in a way. But you have to see it. It's very good. We're on our way there. I found a Fort Worth Star-Telegram article written by Carol Rorick on March 14th, 2020, that was released talking about Logan's Run. And there was a cool little aspect about explaining the entrance to the underground city. In the article, it says, in the film, the water garden separates the unmanned city where those under 30 live a life of unrestricted pleasure. All right, this is the active water pool. Those who try to escape their demise. Section of the water garden called Runner. Michael York plays Logan, policeman. Right. York and Jenny Agutter find Peter Ustinov's aging character, the last living human in Washington, D.C., residing in the old United States Senate chamber with 150 cats. No, I'm not making this up. And want to take him back to the city to prove that people can live past 30. The water garden's active pool served as a watery entrance to the city, and the actors had to jump in and swim down to enter the city. It was a perfect set, a series of platform steps leading dramatically to the swirling pool at the bottom, with the rushing water and a sense of drama and danger built in. The water gardens. And we're thinking one of the sections happened over here at the foot of the last stair. And Peter Ustinov, the old man, we think was right probably here. And you're only seeing a section of it. And then the other shot was reversed that way. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I'd have to go back and... So today on the Please Subscribe show, we're going to visit part of the city. Linda's going to read something.
In the year 2274, young residents enjoy a lifestyle within the protective confines of a doomed city. The general belief is that when each person turns 30, they are reincarnated for another blissful life cycle. Those who know the much darker truth become runners and flee to the hidden sanctuary. One law enforcement officer, Logan, which he will be playing, goes undercover to locate the refuge. He winds up instead trying to initiate a revolution with runner Jessica, which is me. Which is Jessica.
We're going to, I don't know, it's the water gardens where they shot the film there.
The release date was 1976.
Yes, the release date of the film was 1976.
Budget was $9 million.
It's a $9 million budget.
So, who was the director?
It was Michael Anderson.
There you go. Oh, but they made $25 million at the box office.
So I think it was the producer. I think his name had the name Saul in it. It was a producer that said that when he found the water gardens in the Fort Worth.
Saul David.
Saul David.
Saul David.
That it was like finding something out of Babylon or something, because they didn't have to reconstruct the set. And we'll be there in just a minute. Meaning they didn't have to spend extra money in reconstructing a set that was similar to that. And they wanted to use something that showed that the ocean could produce.
It's a science fiction film.
It's a science fiction film, action film. That the ocean could produce a power source by using the tides and creating energy. So also an aspect of the film is they're giving this life clock, which goes into their palm. And it stays clear until it's time for their last day, which when they reach 30 and they have to go on the carousel, which takes them up and it kind of zaps them in the air and they become basically obliviated. And they call it being renewed. And when Logan and Jessica escape the city and they go beyond the outer domes of the city, their life clock actually goes clear and it stays clear. So it's proof that if they escape, that they can live longer, because the whole entire city is run by a computer. And it basically is in charge of everything, even reproduction. But they beat the computer. Right, sweetie?
Beat the computer.
Well, they overcome it. And that's when they find the old man who's in the ruins of Washington, D.C. We're not going to Washington, D.C., and that was probably most likely shot in a studio. But we are going downtown Fort Worth to the water gardens for one segment. Also, I just wanted to I'm a fan of Escaping the Mouse. I wanted to say thanks to Escaping the Mouse because when I saw that, when I saw Breck do it, I thought, well, you know what? This might be a good filming location. It was a good idea. And I was going to do it at some point. The sun looks really cool. But I held off for a while. Linda and I have been talking about taking a walk for a while. So we're going to be walking towards the water gardens, turning left on Calhoun, right by this Cheesecake Factory. I didn't even know they had Cheesecake Factory here. That was a Bass Hall advertisement. So it's about, what, maybe 5-6 blocks? We can count it. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 blocks from the Sundance Square parking lot.
I gotta look further than that.
Or Sundance Square parking garage.
Alright, so we've been walking 3 minutes now.
Huh? We're going down the ramp?
No, going up.
Oh, we're stepping over this thing right here.
Alright,
Well,
about
their
2 minutes.
sidewalk is right this way. Oh, it looks like a helicopter. I don't think there's any helicopters in Logan's Run, were there? I can't recall. I can't recall any specific. You've seen Logan's Run, right? 1976 sci-fi action film.
I lived in that time and I came back in my childhood.
Oh, she's a time traveler, just like me. It says the year of the city, 2274. So that would not be too much longer from now. And there is the Fort Worth Water Gardens. All right, this is the active water pool section of the water garden.
The steps are over here.
Right. All right, Linda found something over here. This talks about the active pool of the Fort Worth Water Gardens. So the active pool expresses exuberance, exemplifying architect Philip Johnson's sense of play. In an interview about the park, Johnson described how he designed the active pool to appear like a canyon lined with rushing water. He arranged the descending viewing platforms so the water travels beneath visitors as they walked to the bottom level. Unfortunately, on June 16th, 2004, 4 visitors, 3 children, and 1 adult died when one of the children fell into the central pool and the other 3 rushed in to rescue the child. Those who died were Myron Dukes, Lauren Dukes, Christopher Dukes, and John Diamond. The pool was closed immediately and the new design was constructed in 2005, 2006 to make it safer. Also, scenes from 1976 movie Logan's Run starring Michael York were filmed at the Fort Worth Water Gardens. At the Fort Worth Water Gardens.
Inside the city.
Does this lead into the city?
I think so. All right, so we got one segment.
Stay here as long as you can. We'll bring it to you. Stay here as long as you can. We'll bring them to you.
You've never seen a cat.
You know, I've never seen a cat.
That is a cat.
All right, so most of the scenes took place here.
Watch out.
The ending scene at the Water Gardens. And we're thinking one of the sections happened over here at the foot of the last stair. And Peter Ustinov, the old man, we think was right probably here. And you're only seeing a section of it. And then the other shot was reversed that way. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at the footage. She's noticing that there's, yeah, just give me a second. All right, I think probably one of the first shots where they're walking in was probably filmed from over here or over there, because you're getting an angle of this right here from a certain angle of them walking down this way.
I can look after myself. Can't look after myself. I said to my dad, why that?
Make sure your car keys don't fall out.
They do have some like studs in here. I don't remember when we did a little short film called From Now Until Morning. I don't remember seeing those, but they've remodeled this from when the people fell in. It's only about a few feet deep now. So when you walk in there, or if you ever were to fall in or anything, it's only a few feet deep, like 4 feet or 3 feet or something like that. Hey, we should go to the quiet pool so we can get the difference between the sounds.
Where's the quiet pool? Up there?
Yeah, we're gonna head to the quiet pool, so I'm gonna keep filming. The active pool. All right, so this is actually the active pool. So this is the active pool at the Fort Worth Water Gardens, and on the other side is where the quiet pool is.
What does the water do? Must be part of the power system. The ocean tides are turned into energy somehow.
Does it go inside the city?
Yes, I think so. I don't know where, though. Just took it for granted, like everything else. I think it's our only chance.
Look after myself. Remember, at the time, when I had to look after myself, I said to my cat, why, that's the moment of your time.
I'll have to tell him. We're gonna try and get in through here. I'm sorry, I don't think you can make it.
Still looking forward to seeing all those.
Well, I want you to meet them too. Stay here